Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be going over George R. R. Martin's latest update on the winds of winter. He says he's sorry for people who only care about the winds of winter. So let's have a quick look into this now. We're now coming up on the 11th anniversary of Dance with Dragons, the fifth and at the moment latest installment of George R. R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire series of fantasy novels. Those 10 plus years have seen a lot of changes for Martin, who's already been a big name in the genre writing world on the back of both ASOIAF and A Song of Ice and Fire, and also any number of other projects, but who has since been elevated to much wider fame by the success of HBO's TV adaptation of Game of Thrones. Yep, great series. Last two seasons a bit touch and go. Didn't really enjoy them myself, but hey, that's how I actually started reading the books. I watched the first season, loved it. Watched halfway through the second season actually, and then I ordered the books and started reading the books because I wanted to find out what happened. I was like, get me these books. And anyway, along with that uptake in fame has come less desired attention, namely endless, increasingly high volume requests to know when The Winds of Winter, the penultimate book in the series, might actually get around to coming out. Martin, who, to his credit, is openly communicating with frustrated fans through his regularly updated Not a Blog. He is updating us that he's been working on it for 11 years and is still nowhere near completing it. That's what those updates are. Has tried numerous tactics to deflect these demands over the years, from unrealistic promises to offering up the distractions of other projects, to reminding people that he's an actual person and telling him that you're worried he's going to drop dead before finishing some book you want to read is kind of mean. He ventured a new gambit this week though, beginning a new post that serves as a roundup of the many Westeros projects he currently has in the works, by noting that he feels sorry for anyone who only cares about the winds of winter when there's so much other content they could be getting excited for. So this is the main update that he has, that basically he's working on it, but it's not coming for a long time, I'd say. I know, for many of you out there, only one of these projects matters, writes Martin. I am sorry for you. They all matter to me. And while we'll note that this is not entirely unreasonable for fans who've been hanging with the Starks for decades now to want to find out what happens in the story that got them interested in setting in the first place, especially in light of general dissatisfaction levied at the ending the producers of the TV show wrote for themselves, Martin does not have a point in so far as there is a shitload of A Song of Ice and Fire stuff coming down the line at present. Right, and then it goes on to talk about his upcoming projects and stuff like that. Yeah, so just that. But what I'd like to just point out is just some of the timelines that we had. So I remember it was the summer of 20 2011 actually. I was reading the books, it was going great, flew through the first four, and then I got to A Feast of Crows. Took me a good month to read that book. That was a slow burner, all right. And A Dance with Dragons arrived, and I actually pre-ordered that. So it came. I was like, got it. I think like 2 days after it came out. Read that. It was great. And as I continued to read it, I was like, right. So when's the next book coming out? And I believe what came up was 2014. So I was like, not that long of a wait. I can deal with that. And here is all the latest updates that we currently have. June 2020, the first chapters are done. July 2011, I've repeatedly been guilty of an excess of optimism. October 2012, Martin admits he sucks at making predictions. Please stop making them, Martin. I believe you already have, because, yeah, it's a joke at this stage. June 2014, when the book was meant to come out. 538 makes a bold prediction. And yeah, I believe that's where they made a nonsensical prediction that this wasn't. In the end, Hickman's Foray comes up with three little completion dates. April 2014, if Martin was writing really fast, he wasn't, and that date had already passed. November 2016, if he was following a Dance of Dragons-esque writing pace, and April 2018, if he really decided to stretch things out about that. Fortunately, 538's prediction, Martin's model was going bust as an omen for the creepier predictions to come. January 2015. Yeah, it's not coming this year. Sorry, everyone. 2015. We're on like 7 years ago. 7 years ago. March 2015. Hope springs eternal. Martin announces in his blog he won't be attending the World Fantasy Convention of San Diego Comic Con. The good news is Martin plans to use this time to wrap up the rest of Winds of Winter in 2015. Martin, who 4 years before confessed he can't get carried away when he's feeling hopeful, admits that he's totally changed his mind on Comic Con if he gets the Winds of Winter completed beforehand. Naturally, this gave the wind to very optimistic posts from entertainment outlets implying that the Winds of Winter could be finished by the end of 2015. Oh god. April 2015. Alright, spring 2016 is the new goal. That just didn't happen. Where are we? January 2016. Look, I have always had problems with deadlines. You don't say, George. You just don't say. January 2016. I hate football. The following day, Martin, ever the blog boy, laminates the terrible play of both the Jets and the Giants to start the new year. The Jets lost to Buffalo Bills, which meant they didn't qualify for the playoffs. Martin's Jets fandom was kind of perfect that year. However, considering Martin's beard is riveled by only this scruffy chin of then Jets quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick. I want the Pats to lose, of course, he said, which is a good take. Elsewise, I don't care much. Martin got his wish. The Denver Broncos won the Super Bowl after beating New England in the AFC Championship. But yeah, he's definitely focusing all his attention on the Winds of Winter. June 2016. George R. Martin wants to know how Stephen King writes so fast. January 2017. Okay, for real this time. 2017 is the year. Sorry, folks. It was not the year. A fan asks Martin on his blog for a Winds of Winter update, and while Martin's a bit peeved to be asked about it again, he offers a glimmer of hope. I think it will be about this year. But hey, I thought the same thing last year, and the year before that, the year before that, and the year before that. May 2017, Sci-Fi adapting Night Flyers for TV. July 2017, after a month, another cryptic Martin blog about his writing process. Is The Winds of Winter coming out by 2018? Maybe. Or maybe he's going to publish the first two novels on the history of House Targaryen. Interesting. Supplemental text, but also not the penultimate installment of the most major contemporary fantasy series. I'm still working on The Winds of Winter. I'm still months away. How many? Good question. I still have good days and bad days, and that's all I care to say. I do think you will have a Westeros book from me in 2018, but it's not the Westeros book we wanted. It's a Targaryen book. June 18. Game of Thrones prequel ordered to pilot by HBO. Martin promises he's still writing. He was not still writing. And now we're up to March 2022, and he is doing work on it, but not just so much work. So, tell me how you feel about this, because I'm done waiting. I've just kind of resigned to the fact that there's 5 books in the series, and that's it. Done. We got a bad ending to a TV show that, yeah, everyone really hated. And we're never going to actually find out the true ending that Martin wrote. So, tell me what you think. Tell me how you think Game of Thrones should end in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and catch you on the next one. Bye bye.